The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。冒険アニメ。よりによって。サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。ワクワク。
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
Nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah.
On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, black jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
StreamYards did the thing. It hasn't done it for a while. Fucking StreamYards, man. I'm assuming you guys can hear me perfectly fine now. I'm assuming everything is A-okay now because StreamYards is gay. All right. Well, got to do that again. Got to do that all again. Yep. All right. I fucking hate StreamYards, man. Shout out to all of you. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. Take 2. That's right. Take 2. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, bring it in. Awkwardly close, man. I hate StreamYards so much. StreamYards hasn't done that in a very long time. I let my guard down. I did not protect my booty hole, and then StreamYards ended up getting me. So that's my fault. But bring it in. It's fine. Bring it in. Bring it in. We are no longer gay and muted. Bring it in very awkwardly close. Bring it in. All right, guys, listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream, quite simply. It's very easy. Like the stream. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else, chances are that's not only impossible, but I am also muted and gay. Like the stream. Come on, figure it out, man. Wake up. Wake up. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking aside from you guys liking the stream to help this stream get sent out there? What are we checking today? Because we got a lot we got to talk about. There's a lot of news out there today. Genuinely, I'm not kidding. So let's make sure you guys like the stream. And what are we checking? Hypnotic's muted booty hole check? All right. I feel like I deserve that one. Pizza check? Fair enough. K-cup titties check? Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see what else. We got checking the stream check? Absolutely. Bingo Bango Robocock check? God damn it. OG Demon Souls check. Good luck with that. A lot of fun. I got that OG Demon Souls feeling when I was playing AI Limit today. Damn near threw my controller out the window. Obsidian check. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Supreme Steak check. Absolutely. I start my first job in 5 years check. Congratulations. You gay check. Nice. Hot Wings check. Definitely. Doodle check. That's different. Randy $80 check. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. Tetsuo in the Iron Mask check? Interesting. A mandatory chair cult check? Absolutely not. Why is the rum gone check? I don't know. Randy Pitchford check? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Spicy Doritos check? Fair enough. Randy is cooked check? I think so. But he was always cooked. To be fair, Randy was always cooked. So halfway done with Doom check? Very nice. Very nice. Keep going. Keep going. For missing femboys check? Interesting. Spicy Puerto Rican check? Very nice. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. We're going to do the Bigot Army roll call. We're going to see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point in time recently, and people that swear they can read, and yet for some reason on my Doom video today, when I talk about it flopping on Steam, the people who swear they can read, they're like, the game didn't flop. What about other places other than Steam? I'm like, bro, the title and the thumbnail says Steam flop because we're talking about it flopping on Steam. Can we keep up? I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. Adam Juman on Rumble. What's up, man? Then we got Radio Chimp. What's up, dude? Valkyrie. Colonel Ruff. We got Troll. We got XL Tomahawk. We got Angry Wolverine 2060. We got Andrew Stewart. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Kay the Gwinnett Queen. We got Vladimir Shestakov. What's up, man? We got Sleeping Nova. Toxin. Mr. Disaster 2000. Hypno's Lonely Control. Tanya Raven. Tiger King says he can't read. The Voice in the Water. Mr. Melancholy. Valerian over on Rumble. Latino Heat. Nick Havoc, The True Aztec Warrior, Guff R35, Oliver Adam, Commander Sonok, Blue Octopussy, Acel Gamer HD, Stinrox, Squirrelin, Yamato 85. We got C3 Old Man Cad. Shout out to you. We got Mookie Dookie over on Rumble. We got War Maniac 209. We got Alucard, Secret Final Boss, Deku Leader, Inferno Hell Knight, Mordots, Felstaff, Manny Peregrine, Mr. Cougar 9. We got Vwiss. We got Octouz, Raziel, Hypnos Cat, Jeff A, Ron DFK, Piranha Pow. We got Cesar Velasquez, Diz the Retarded Gamer, Louis Facina, TRA Denver. What's up, dude? Crash Collins, Tim Grove, Scrap Gamer, Briere. We got Cryptic Fucking Beats. We got Melody Johnson. We got Frenchie 07. We got Lionheart. We got Demon Carol. Crash Collins again. Blue Eyed Scorpio. How the fuck do you Puma shit? I have no idea. Puma. We're gonna call you Puma. Format over on Rumble. Crimson Jet, the legend. We got Alice Smith. We got Hippo. Gigakuma. We got Dark Obsidian. We got Daniel Ocean 11. All right, I'm calling out 4 more people, and that's it. 4 more people. And then we got to move on with the show because we got a lot we got to talk about. We got the one and only Hypnotic and Rapture. We got, who else? Angmar WK. Shout out to you, bro. How you doing? We got Genetic Spore over on Rumble. We got, let's see, Felsteph. It's making fun of my 4 more. Unbelievable. I'm only counting to 4. I don't understand why you guys swear that I'm counting more than 4. It's getting ridiculous at this point. We got the Nightmare Doctor. We got Donkey Honky, the Mayo Monkey. We got Ermac Rules. Shout out to Ermac Rules. We got Louis Messina in the chat as well. We got Michael Reinhardt in the chat also. And then last but not least, we got Triple J Jr. We got Ed. And then we got Blood Corpse Gamer in the chat as well. All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army. Remember, let's go. Who is going to get the final call out today and the final money shot today? Let's go. Who is going to get it? Just got here from Kirsch's Tuesday night anal night train. Wow. That's interesting. Commander Sonok says no Jaffe, no Alyssa, no Ubisoft to go down. ×2. 1, 2. Mr. Vegeta, no call out. Infinite Shield, Ultimate Big Bang Kamehameha, finisher to Alice Smith. Man, you guys in these snipes, you're making me go through the fucking chat. I got to find Alice Smith, but if I don't find her in 5 seconds, it's got to be a fast find. If I don't find her in 5 seconds, I'm moving on. All right, I don't see Alice Smith anywhere after that. So we're moving on. Colonel Ruv says to go down, no Diddy, remove all protection ASAP. Which then goes down to the Gaming Wolf. Says no Jaffe, no Obsidian, no Uno, no Diddy, no extra booty hole protected, no Alyssa to go down.
Holy shit.
Dark Obsidian says, I won't ever get it. With crying emoji faces. Wow. Okay, well. Congratulations to Dark Obsidian. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. Dark Obsidian, no longer a money shot virgin. Congratulations. All right, guys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today. All right. There is genuinely a lot going on. There's no way I'm going to be able to get to all of it. I already know that off the bat. So we're going to talk about these topics. We got Avowed. Okay. We got Obsidian Entertainment. The director, Carrie Patel, the one who talked about being so excited to support Avowed for years to come, has left Obsidian Entertainment. She is completely gone. And where did she go? Where did she go? She went to Netflix Games. What the fuck is Netflix Games? So we're going to talk about that because that's hilarious. We're going to talk about Randy Pitchford, who just made an interesting statement recently. Basically calling everybody who won't buy Borderlands 4 at an $80 price tag either poor or not real fans of the franchise. So that's interesting. We're going to talk about that. Those are the two main topics of the evening. We're also going to talk about some side topics, like, for example, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. That game is coming out in a couple of days. I want to talk about it. We got Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages is pulling in Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is so ironic, by the way, because I just released a video today talking about what is going on with Doom, trying to have a genuine conversation with people in the comments about what do they think is genuinely happening with Doom and why is Doom flopping on Steam. And then, of course, you have the typical responses where people would say Steam is not everything, Steam numbers don't matter, etc., 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 etc. Well, you would think that a game like Doom, that is such a long-standing franchise, would advertise their game with copies sold like they've done before in the past. Well, apparently that's not a thing. Apparently that's not a thing. We are now at the Assassin's Creed Shadows level of advertising because Doom has announced that they have reached 3 million players engaged. Yes, not copies sold, players engaged. So we're going to talk about that because if we roasted Assassin's Creed Shadows for it, we damn sure are going to roast Doom for it. And then apparently in a recent, I don't know if it was an investor's call or something along those lines, but Shift Up just quietly confirmed that apparently Stellar Blade, the sequel, is going to be a thing. They confirmed that a sequel is coming to Stellar Blade in one of their recent PowerPoint presentations. So we got a lot to talk about. We genuinely do. There's other things too we need to talk about, but it all depends on whether or not we have time. So before we do that, we are going to do the number one segment on YouTube. Did you mofos play Doom the Dark Ages, though? Did you mofos play Doom the Dark Ages, though? Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Did we play Doom the Dark Ages, though? Let's see. What we got? Maybe bring up something real quick. Did I play Doom the Dark Ages? Why is my picture not coming up? What the fuck? Why is it not coming up? That's so weird. Well, I mean, so I guess I could show you this if you want an answer to that question, I suppose.
No, it says, no, you need to learn to use a keyboard and mouse. You need to learn to shut the fuck up. How about that, Hypno?
Didn't survive.
Real gamers use a controller, Hypno, all right? Real gamers use a controller. Whee! Whee! Oh shit.
All right, that's enough of that. Hey, that's so ironic because my avatar is using a controller. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, obviously I played Doom the Dark Ages. I'm sure you knew that. I also beat it and almost platinumed it too, but I'm sure you knew that also. Anyway, we need to do the #1 segment on YouTube. We need to do the #1 segment on Twitter. We need to do the #1 segment in the entire fucking multiverse. This segment is known all around the world as the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Let's go. It is time for the pre-stream legends. And before I see people commenting, they're like, oh, but I use a controller. Nobody cares. It's fine. You can use whatever you want. It's a joke between me and Smash JT. It's a fucking joke. Don't worry about it. Jesus. I use a controller for action RPG games. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. We got Chaotic Neutral for 3 months of legendary status. And he says, sorry, I've been not able to take part of the streams. I've been busy with a master's degree, still catching the clips. Peace. Bro, why would you apologize for not catching my streams when you are going for a master's degree? Great job on you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and I wish you nothing but success, my brother. I wish you nothing but success. I think when I restarted, hold on. When I restarted StreamYards, I might have lost some super chats. Did I? Let me just make sure I didn't. Hold on. I got to make sure they line up because StreamYards is retarded. All right, it looks like I did miss one. I missed the Bioty Wolf. What a 5 says, why did the male chicken wear underwear on its head? Because its pecker was on its face. Jesus Christ, man. Here we go. Here we go. Starting off strong. We got Drone Patrol for 11 months of legendary status. Says, Helldivers 2 update is absolutely peaked for Super Earth Bigots. Is it really that good? I've been hearing people talk about it. For me, I personally checked out. I've checked out of Helldivers a long time ago, during that whole debacle with the PlayStation sign up and all that stuff. I've checked out, but I like hearing about it. I like hearing people having fun, so that's good. That's good. Shout out to Drone Patrol. 11 months. You are one more month away. And then we got Dark Obsidian with a 1999, which, by the way, I have brought back the original 8-bit Eric sound clip, but I have to play it for only a short amount of time. Otherwise, we're going to get copyrighted. But this one is for He says, as promised, it has been dropped over on Rumble. Don't worry, man. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to Rumble right now. Just give me a couple seconds. We're gonna finish up on YouTube, and we'll get to Rumble, my good man. Thank you for the 1999. You're absolutely insane in all the best ways. We got Rob, ? With a 2. I voted for charcoal flavored steak. That is a ban-worthy comment. I'm just kidding. We got War Maniac with a 2. Hypno sucks verily at video games. Verily, apparently. Then we got Diz the Retarded Gamer with a 2. I'm not indecisive unless you want me to be. Nice. Very nice. And then we got Tiger King for 6 months of legendary status. I can smell the delicious layoffs at Obsidian. So I'm actually going to get into that, but I have a conspiracy as to why this woman left for Netflix games of all things, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Diz the retired I keep saying retired. Diz the retarded gamer for a 2. Stop making me laugh. You're gonna make me Puma pant. Wow. 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 Toxin with a 5. Pre-stream legends to be pre-cum legends because it comes before the money shot. No, it doesn't. Pre-stream legends comes after the money shot. It doesn't come before the money shot. You got to get a new name. War Maniac with a 2 joined the chair cult Hypno Chair for President 2028. No. No Hypno Chair, and definitely no presidency for the Hypno Chair. No. 0. Next thing you know, the chair gets prostate cancer and gets used by a bunch of other politicians until it eventually dies forgotten. No. Absolutely not. All right, let's move over to Rumble. Look at this. We got Dark Obsidian. Dark Obsidian over on Rumble drops a 10 membership mega banger. Shout out to Dark Obsidian holding it down over on Rumble with that massive 10 membership banger, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That helps us a lot. And then we got Adam Judeman for $1. Doom to Dark Ages is kind of boring. Not worth the full price. I don't know if I would call it boring. I definitely would say it's not worth the full price. That's for sure. What up, Comics Dad over on Rumble? How you doing, bro? All right. Oh, shit. I was about to move on, and then we got another banger. The pre-stream legends are starting to ramp up right now. We got Lavistro dropping it absolutely massive alongside Dark Obsidian. 10 membership. Bang. Shout out to Lavistro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that 10 membership banger. Quick question. Does anybody know? Because I was watching Cult Classic Cage. I was watching Cassie on the stream, and I noticed that she had some sort of like community leaderboard thing on her YouTube channel for her live streams. And I was wondering how she did that, because I've been saying for a long time that YouTube should have like Twitch has, where it has a leaderboard for a bunch of things. How do you enable that? Do you have to enable it, or is it automatic? Because I don't see it. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Wow, we just caught up like crazy. Holy shit. Lavistro with a $100 Red Boy Ultra Mega Banger. And he says, boss, I nuked the server by accident. It's gone. Here's money. I banged Tifa too hard. Shout out to Lavistro with the $100 Red Boy. Jeez, that came out of nowhere. Holy shit. And it's okay. I don't think anybody will blame you for banging Tifa too hard. Let's be real, right? I mean, just trying to be honest here, right? But shout out to you. You definitely didn't have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate it. We got Colonel Ruv with a 5, sir. I'm trying to keep the Hypno Chair away, but I think a couple of orders for it flew under my radar. God damn it, Colonel Ruff. Keep the Hypno Chair away. Keep it away. Omnis Raw with a 2. R.I.P. George Wendt. Cheers. Was a great show. Yeah, I saw that. I saw he passed away. R.I.P., man. The guy, what did he die? Like 74, 75, something like that? R.I.P. to that, man. Okay. We got one more on Rumble. We got Comics Dad channel for $1 says, okay, so I've been streaming Doom the Dark Ages. I am having fun with it, but definitely I have buyer's remorse for the price. Feels bad, but fun gameplay. I think a lot of people are going to be in that predicament when it comes to Doom, in my opinion. I think people are going to realize that Doom the Dark Ages is not exactly worth $70. You know, at least that's how I feel anyway. I know there's going to be some hardcore fanboys that are going to disagree, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just me personally. I just don't view it. I don't view it as a $70 game. I just don't. But that's okay. For me, it's more about the value of it. I beat the game and almost platinum it in 15 hours. Just think of it like that, right? I played it on whatever the mid-tier difficulty was. I think ultra violence, like 3 tiers from the bottom or something like that. Played it in ultra violence, beat it in 15 hours, and almost platinum it. Obviously, I could play on the hardest difficulty if I wanted to and grind that away if I wanted to. But that's artificially inflating the game's campaign. If you play it on whatever the normal or slightly above normal setting is and you beat it in 15 hours, I don't know. For me, some people will find value in that. Some people won't, and that's okay. We're kind of just like, we're in the middle when it comes to that. Tifa Lockhart with 199. Levistro, you banged Timu Tofu. Timu Tofu? Wow. Not me. Bro, Levistro, you're getting called out. You're getting called out by actual Tifa. You're getting called out by actual Tifa right now. She said you did not bang her. Uh-oh. Levistro, I don't know if you want to respond to that, buddy. It's not good. She said you fucked the doll. Oh, shit. Shout out to Tifa. I appreciate you. We got one more. Fabian Regalado for a 2. Here's my first super chat. Yo, shout out to Fabian Regalado getting on the board. My guy. Dude, look, your name's even at the top right of the stream. Shout out to you, man, for the first super chat. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, man. Thank you. I know you've been a long time watcher, so I appreciate you taking that step. You didn't have to, obviously, but you did, and I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Okay. Are we ready? Let's get into some of the smaller topics. Oh shit. Hold on. Demon Carol with a 10 says, did you hear about Games Workshop sending fan artists and people not even related to Warhammer takedowns without even notifying them for the dumbest thing, like a BattleTech merchandiser? Really? Really? Do you have something? Could you send me something for that? Can you send me something for that? I would love to check that out. Even if I don't check it out on today's stream, I would like to check it out. Maybe I could do like a video on it, or maybe I could talk about it tomorrow or something. Definitely send me whatever you got, Demon Carol. I would like to know. We got Levistro. We got Levistro with a $20 bag. Shout out to Levistro. He says, a hole's a hole. And I banged something on Boss Man's B6 account. Shout out to you, Levistro, with the $20 banger, responding directly to Tifa. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you didn't bang that too hard. That would suck. The chat's trying to make you repent. But I guess, I highly doubt a dragon's going to repent. All right, we are... Damn, every time I say we're fully caught up. We got Tifa Lockhart with a $4.99. Levistro, so you're saying you'll bang Alyssa? A hole is a hole, you say? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. What is happening? We have a fight between a dragon and Tifa happening in Super Chats right now. What is happening? Oh, no. And now the chat is spamming the Annalissa, the anime Lissa fucking emojis. Oh, man. I'm I'm gonna get started before we end up with like a crazy fight in Super. God damn, Dark Exile with the 5 membership. Dropping a 5 membership banger. I appreciate you, you absolute legend. Oh my God, what is happening, bro? And is this another membership train? Is this another membership train? What is going on? The Nerdy Mechanic with a 5 member. To the Nerdy Mechanic with the 5 membership banger. Damn, man. What is going on? I appreciate you. You didn't have to, but you did. Thank you so much. And then we got Colonel Ruv with a 2. I can confirm Tifa was not banged. Wait, so are you trying to say you watched them potentially do it? Is that what's going on here? Did you technically watch them do it? Or watch them not do it? How did you? I don't know. Lavistro with a 5. Alyssa has no holes. That's why she's waiting tables. What the? Oh my God. Yo, what the fuck is happening, bro? What is happening? Guys, Jesus. And then Lavistro drops a 5. What is this, man? Out to Lavistro for the 5 membership banger. Thank you so much. It's like they're fighting in super chats, but they're also gifting I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Archangelus with a 2. You got a good community here, Hypnotic. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. We all troll each other like literally all day, bro. It's wild. It's wild, man. We got Forgotten Vet. Forgotten Vet with the 5 membership banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Holy shit. Crimson Jet says, how far are we from tier 2? I think we're like 2 away. I don't know. TJAP can tell you. I think it's like a little under 200. I have no idea. Forgotten Vet. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Lavistro, what a 5. Okay, enough fun. Back to banging Tifa bot on me 6. Hope nothing breaks. Okay. Lavistro is admitting he's going to be good. Okay, that's good. Hypno's Cat for a 5. Of course, Lavistro would like Alyssa. Her hole is as big as any cave a dragon will live in. Oh, my God. What is happening? Jesus. What are we doing? Tifa Lockhart with a 4.99. Lavistro, you mean she's waiting for you at the table? And you're next after Smash, bro. Smash is getting involved. Dude, who let the Tifa bot like go crazy? What's going on with Tifa, bro? Did Tifa suddenly become gangster or something? Like what's happening here? And then Trooper with a 5 says, call the cleanup crew. First waifu felting of the night goes to Tifa. It sure as hell seems like it. And last but not least, we got Flesion with a 5. I have a video from the Italian Senate that begs to differ, Colonel. Oh, shit, Tifa. Flesion is saying that he's got a video of you getting railed at the Senate. That's crazy. Oh, man. Damn, that's rough. That's rough. Gray the Merchant with a 2 was not Tifa bot. It was Hypno Chair in the Me 6. I don't know about that. Then we got Obsidian with a 10 over on Rumble. Says, see what I started? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know what you started, Dark Obsidian. You started something. Holy shit. All right, guys. That was quite the felting. Thank you. We're about 200 or so away from tier 2. I believe we hit tier 1 already, so thank you. It only took us arguing, but that's okay. I mean, not really arguing, more like trolling and felting, but that's okay. All right, let's get into the topics, man. Come on, let's relax a little bit. What's going on, man? All right, first topic of the night. Quick, this is going to be a really quick topic. So, this game has been, like, people are recommending me this game like crazy. They're telling me about this game pretty much damn near nonstop. I see it mentioned in Grifcast all the time when I'm playing whatever game I'm playing at the time. But especially now, as I was playing AI Limit, people were talking about this game. So basically, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, we watched a trailer for this game about a month or so ago, and it seemed pretty interesting. People are saying it's essentially a toss-up between Dark Souls and Oblivion, which I find to be very interesting, if that's true. Apparently, it may or may not be coming to Game Pass. I don't even know if it is. Let me see. It's based on a board game. It is an extensive RPG title that gives players an open world to explore. Along the way, you encounter items, secrets, new enemies, over 250 NPCs and 200 side quests, unique zones. There are 3 unique zones in total, and the game features systems such as sketchbooks, fishing, blacksmithing, alchemy. Apparently, this game is like 50 to 60 hours long, apparently. They're very much calling it very similar to Oblivion. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon is not expected to be featured on Xbox Game Pass. In saying that, players can download a demo on the Xbox Store if they would like to try the game before making a purchase. The demo only includes the game's prologue, which is still enough content to help decide. Okay, so the game is not coming on Game Pass. So for those of you that thought maybe it might have been coming to Game Pass, let it be known it is not. So there is that. But I'm actually looking forward to this game. I think it looks pretty cool. For the most part, I think it looks interesting. I like the concept. I'm not going to show you another trailer because I've already went over all of this. Like I said, it's just going to be a fast topic, this one. But I'm very much looking forward to this. And we're going to see, because I think the concept, yeah, a lot of people are like, they played the demo. It was very good. That's what people were telling me in Grifcast today. They were saying they played the demo. That is very good. It's very interesting and to check it out. So we're going to see. We're going to see about this one. I'm still, I'm always skeptical. But one thing I do know about this game is that it was leaked that this game utilizes male and female for its body types. Not body type A and B. It uses male and female to my knowledge. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. What's not coming to Game Pass? This game, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. It's not coming to Game Pass, even though people thought it might have been. It's not. So what game? This game, guys. This game. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. You know what? Let me just show you. Hold on. Maybe they have a brand new trailer. I don't know if they have a brand new trailer. Let's see. Because the game is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. Let's see. That's the official gameplay trailer. Let me see if there's a launch trailer. Oh, official story trailer. Here we go. Official story trailer 8 hours ago. Uploaded. Let's see. This is brand new. Fuck it. Let's watch it. Why not? Let's watch it. Here we go.
I remember death. Then darkness. A terrible loneliness. Ages upon ages of solitude.
Somebody said, is it a Souls-like game? So no, it's more like an Oblivion-style game. But people are saying there are some Souls-like elements in it. So again, I don't know. I haven't played the game, but that's what I've heard.
My goal is to destroy King Arthur, to get rid of him once and for all.
Yeah, see, people are saying it's like Skyrim Souls-like. Interesting concept. I'll say that.
These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
You know full well that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon.
Music's nice.
Arthur doomed his people to eternal suffering. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. Their lives, our lives, meant nothing to him.
Fire purifies everything. Burn a man and you burn away all of his sins.
You seek the legacy of the one who brought so much suffering. I do not know if you come to me searching for pain, truth, or hope.
I think what's going to make or break this game is a story. Because the way that I see it, people have Oblivion, right? People have Oblivion already, so what's going to make or break this particular game is how interesting the story is and whether that's going to get people to want to play this over something like Oblivion Remastered. But I definitely think it looks at least interesting, and I will 100% be checking this out. But I don't blame people if they are in the wait and see category for this game. I think a lot of people are going to be in that category. A lot of people are going to be in that category. They're going to be in the, I'll watch a review. I'll wait and see what someone says about it. I think most people are going to be in that category. So we'll see. But again, the combat supposedly is different enough to separate itself. But I won't know until it's in my hands. I have no idea. So again, I'm going to review this game. It's already been given to me. I'm going to review it. It's one of the gifted games, so I will check it out for sure. But it's coming out in a few days. It's coming out on the 25th. So we will definitely be checking this out on Griffcast, and hopefully I'll be done with AI Limit by then, or at least close to done, and then we could go from there. So we'll see how that goes. But in any case, I just wanted to show you that because I know a lot of people have been talking to me about it on Griffcast, and I just wanted to bring it up. I felt like now would be the right time. All right, Levistro, Jesus Christ, bro. Levistro with the $71.12. And he says this is tier 2. That's the better Doom music. The better Doom music. Shout out to Levistro for the $71.12, bro. What are we doing today, bro? Between all of the memberships that are being gifted, the membership train that went crazy, and now we're at tier 2 only after the first topic. The other day, we got tier 2 before the stream even started. What the fuck's going on? What is going on? Shout out to you guys. Levistro, thank you for the absolutely insane 7112. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You fucking legend, bro. Holy shit. All right, next topic. For those of you that were curious, we were following the story between Fortnite and the Apple Store. I think we mentioned it a couple of times. It was on. It was off. It was on. It was off. And then it was supposed to be on. And then they turned it off. And they said, no, it's never going on. Well, after getting judges involved, apparently, now apparently Fortnite is finally officially back on the Apple App Store after 5 years of a battle between Epic Games and Apple. The wait is finally over. After repeated tries from Epic Games to make it happen, Fortnite players can once again play the Battle Royale on iOS devices. So this has been a nonstop battle since 2020, when Fortnite was removed from the Apple App Store due to a dispute between Apple and Epic Games. On May 9th, 2025, Epic Games attempted to launch the game back onto iOS, but Apple stopped the process in its tracks with a lengthy review process. Players still held out hope that Fortnite would eventually be approved. but it said Apple blocked the game from appearing on the US App Store or Epic Games Store in the EU. Epic Games issued a statement confirming that Fortnite on iOS would be offline until Apple unblocks it. In a response, a United States judge ordered Apple to explain why the Battle Royale remains blocked despite rulings allowing it to return to the App Store. That final nudge was enough to get the game back. So whatever kind of fallout happened between Epic Games and Epic Games and Apple must have been pretty fucking bad. Because at this point, Apple's trying to be really petty with Epic Games, but at the end of the day, once the judge got involved, they're like, we kind of ruled that it's allowed to go back. So what are you doing? What's taking you so long? Apple's like, all right, fine, we'll let it happen. we'll let it happen, I guess. So that's the official end to the saga, the 5-year saga between Epic Games and Apple. And I just found it to be very interesting, so I wanted to go over and talk about it. All right, last of the small topics. Actually, not really. Two more small topics. Hold on. Stellar Blade. For those of you looking forward to Stellar Blade potentially on PC, even though I know a lot of you are now angry because of Denuvo, and I don't blame you. Shitty ass fucking Denuvo. Stellar Blade has quietly been confirmed to have a sequel officially coming in the works. If you look here, there was a recent where is it at? There was a recent presentation from May 16th that went through the company's recent financials, awards, and plans for the future. If you skip ahead to page 19, we can see a chart showing scheduling plans for Goddess of Victory, Nikki, another Shift Up title, a potential future title libel Project Witches for now, and Stellar Blade. A closer look at Stellar Blade section shows that the platform expansion is planned, but also a sequel is planned. This is all planned to happen before 2027, meaning we can expect to see Stellar Blade 2 anytime between now and the end of 2026. So if you look at this chart, you can see here that the chart ends with 2027 and the chart begins with 2024. So this is their projection. This is their strategy. So right now, you got Goddess Nikki, and then you got Stellar Blade. You got the expansion for Stellar Blade, and you got a sequel for Stellar Blade. And apparently Project Witches, which is going to come out right around 2027. So this is them basically confirming, if anybody needed to know, that they 100% are coming out with a sequel, no doubt about it, to Stellar Blade. And that should be pretty interesting. Not a lot of people are talking about this, and I find that to be odd, considering how much people were talking about Stellar Blade when it first came out. I guess they got to see some ass and titties for it to go viral, but that's fine. But I'm excited for this. The only thing I'm a little concerned about. Is that I don't know if you guys are aware, but Shift Up has gone public. Just so you're aware, Shift Up has gone public, or is in the process of becoming public. But I believe they're public already. They officially hit their stock exchange in their country, so I'm almost positive they're public already. My only issue with that is once companies go public, keep in mind, Shift Up also just recently hired not recently, this was like months ago. They hired an ESG reporter because that's part of the requirements for when you go public. You have to hire an ESG data collector and reporter. So they hired an ESG reporter. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to turn their game woke, but I'm just a little bit concerned because now that they're public, I mean, anything can happen now at this point. Anything goes at this point. So we're just going to have to wait and see what's going on with Stellar Blade 2. But keep in mind, Stellar Blade 1 was made when they were private. Stellar Blade 2 is going to be made when they're public. So it's a little concerning. It's a little bit concerning. Just a little bit. Okay, let's move on. And then last but not least, we got Doom the Dark Ages. So Doom the Dark Ages, again, is pulling an Assassin's Creed Shadows level of advertising where they're trying to talk about it being, it's PR spin. Listen, every fucking company does this, okay? Every company does this, but more so titles that happen to be on subscription services tend to do this, where they advertise their game as if they're a free-to-play game, but they're a full retail-priced video game at $70 fucking dollars. But Doom: The Dark Ages is being touted as the biggest launch in id Software's entire history. Okay, now they're pulling in Assassin's Creed Shadows because they're talking about players engaged. They're not talking about actual copies sold. They're not talking about revenue that was made, nothing along those lines. They're only talking about players engaged. It's literally the same exact thing as with Shadows. And the reason why they're doing this is because obviously when a game is the #1 rented game, they want to try to make it seem like a success, because you cannot go out there and tell people the truth about, hey, Doom: The Dark Ages, yeah, we're the #1 rented game right now because nobody wants to buy us. You know what I mean? So let's read a little bit. In a post on social media, it was revealed that the latest game in the Doom series has already reached 3 million players. According to the game's publisher, Bethesda, Doom: The Dark Ages reached a milestone 7 times faster than its predecessor, Doom Eternal. Gee, I wonder why. Wow, oh my God. Doom: The Dark Ages, a game that I had a great time with, by the way, but it's not as good as Doom Eternal, in my opinion. Doom: The Dark Ages, wow, the game that is available for free on Game Pass that has over 30 million subscribers on it. Wow, Doom: The Dark Ages managed to get 3 million players engaged 7 times faster than a game that wasn't available on Game Pass. Wow. Color me fucking shocked, my guy.
Holy shit.
Color me shocked. Emilio says, did you finish Doom? Yes, I damn near almost platinum it already. I think I'm missing like 6 achievements, 5 or 6. I have no idea, something like that. Shocker, right? So the game that's available on Game Pass, amazingly, has 7 times faster players, or 7 times more players, whatever the case would be. They got players 7 times faster than Doom Eternal. Shocking, I know, crazy. But you know what it doesn't have? 7 times more players that actually bought it. That's for sure, because the Steam numbers are abysmal compared to what Doom Eternal was. But in any case, of course, they're going to continue with the PR spin because this is what they do. And again, nobody can call me a hater of Doom: The Dark Ages because I enjoyed the game. I did a lot. People can watch my playthrough and they can see how much I enjoy Doom: The Dark Ages. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to fucking shill for the game, and I'm damn sure not going to lie for the game. That's just not going to happen. It says, thank you for making Doom: The Dark Ages the biggest launch in id's history. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are very happy that Xbox paid you a nice little portion to be on Game Pass, because otherwise you'd probably be panicking right now at your numbers. To be honest with you, it's worth mentioning that the post specifically mentions the number of players the game has had. What isn't currently known is just how well Doom: The Dark Ages is actually selling. That information will likely come at a later date, either when monthly numbers are revealed from firms such as Circana, which never post numbers, by the way, or as part of Microsoft's quarterly earnings call. Listen, these people keep using Circana because it allows them to give what looks to be legitimate statements without actually having to give legitimate numbers. Circana never gave sales figures for Assassin's Creed Shadows, never once. And yet they continue to push the narrative that Assassin's Creed Shadows is the #2 best-selling game in the entire country. They keep pushing that narrative without any solid numbers whatsoever. It's the same thing that's going to happen here. They are not going to give you solid number figures for Doom: The Dark Ages. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. They are putting out this PR about players engaged because it looks better. It looks better for them to say 3 million players engaged instead of what it really is, which is probably a little over 1 million copies sold across all platforms. I got to imagine that that's probably where Doom: The Dark Ages is currently at right now, because their Steam numbers are right around, I would say, 300,000, give or take, maybe even 4. But I would probably go more towards 3 because the analytic estimates are usually higher than they actually are. So go more towards like 250,000 to 300,000. And then the rest are on console, which could be PlayStation or it could be Xbox, but I highly doubt it. Why would an Xbox player buy Doom when they have it on Game Pass? It just doesn't make any sense. So most of the sales are going to be on PlayStation and Steam. So I honestly think it's probably right at about 1 million, give or take. And the rest is on Game Pass. Everybody and their mother is playing this on Game Pass. But again, it brings up the conversation that I tried to have in my video that all the Doom fanboys don't want to have because they're too busy misreading the title and not understanding that the conversation is about Steam and Steam only. Why is this game flopping on Steam when other games that are available on Game Pass that are cheaper too, by the way, which I feel like is the bigger point of the conversation to have, why are those games doing exponentially better by a long shot? So it is what it is. There are some people on Xbox that don't have Game Pass, but the majority of Xbox users do. So that's why I say, why would the sales are going to be very minimal on Xbox, the actual sales, like retail actual copy sales. So in any case, this is what they're doing. It's a fucking joke. And like I said on Twitter, I'll show you my post that I made really quick. I'll show you my post that I made really fast. Here we go. So I put on Twitter, I said, let me make it a little, there we go. I said, no matter how much I love Doom, beware the studios that advertise full price video games with players engaged and not copies sold. It's pathetic, to be honest. Congrats on being the most rented game out of the 3 recent big releases and also the most expensive. Go figure. So this is the most expensive out of the 3 major releases that happened recently, all of which are on Game Pass, by the way. Expedition 33, Oblivion Remake, and Doom, The Dark Ages. All of them are on Game Pass. This is the most expensive one. So it's not shocking that this is the one that was bought less compared to the other 2. It's not shocking at all. Because you can't even use the excuse that, oh, it's Oblivion. It's an older game. It already has a fan base. That's why it was so successful. Oh, yeah? What about Expedition 33? Brand new game, brand new IP, brand new studio. What's going on there? And then usually people just go quiet. They're like, well, yeah, different games, whatever. Oh, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the fucking excuses, man. People make excuses for anything, man. It's like, listen, I get it. I totally get it. You like the game. There's nothing wrong with that. I like the game. I like Doom the Dark Ages. I gave it a positive review on Steam. I gave it a pretty decent review, to be honest with you, on Steam. I like the game. But just because you like the game doesn't mean you got to lie about it. Just because you like the game doesn't mean you got to be a fucking shill for it. You could be honest with the game and be like, listen, I liked it. But you can also acknowledge that what they're advertising their game as is bullshit. You know for a fact this 3 million players engaged number is bullshit. Everybody knows it. And you're going to find out one way or another, because even if Circana wants to lie about it, which they will, you realize that the true numbers are going to come out once Microsoft's earnings call hits, just like everything that came out about Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same exact thing. So again, just because I like the game doesn't mean I'm not going to fucking lie for it, bro. It's such bullshit. I can't stand people just lying. They're just lying for the game because they don't want the game to look bad. It's like, bro, seriously? What are you, dating Doom the Dark Ages? Like, come on, just be honest about it. It's a bullshit advertisement. Everybody knows that. All right, let's exactly. Look how badly Shadows dropped. Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are trying to cope and they're trying to be like, oh, Steam numbers don't matter. They always do this all the time. It's always Steam numbers don't matter. And then we find out that the game that they're trying to tell you Steam numbers don't matter for ends up flopping. The truth comes out eventually. What they've gotten very good at is delaying the truth from coming out. They've gotten very good at delaying it, but they can't stop it from coming out. It's only a matter of time, and it's going to come out. It is going to come out, I promise you. Eventually. So this 3 million players engaged nonsense is just PR spin to delay the inevitable. But they've gotten very good at delaying it. But it will come out. It will come out in the earnings call. It's only a matter of time. So let's stop pretending that Steam numbers don't matter. When PC gaming is even slightly ahead than console gaming, it is becoming more and more popular as time goes on. The statistics have proven it. The analytics have proven it. Steam has become an extremely dominant force It always has been, but now it's more than ever. And the numbers don't lie. If there is minimal interest on Steam, then you can extrapolate that there is minimal interest pretty much everywhere else for the most part. For the most part, obviously. So it's a sales tactic. Yeah, I agree. The economy is so fucked up right now. $80 for a game is an insult. Well, again, this is 70. This is 70, not 80. Obviously, I agree. $80. I mean, 70 is an insult too. Again, I finished this game in 15 hours. 15 hours I finished this game in. And I have, let me see. Now I have, I'll tell you right now, because I still have it installed because I'm trying to get the achievements. I have 17.5 hours in the game with 22 out of 28 achievements. But when I beat the game, I was at 15 and a half hours. So 15 and a half hours and I'm almost platinum. 6 achievements away. It's pretty wild. Yeah, I did it on PC. Yeah, I did it on PC. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's absolute cope, man. Steam numbers don't, man. Shut the fuck up with that shit, man. Shut the fuck up. That is denial. That is a console person trying to deny the existence of PC gaming in general and how big it is. They want to swear that they're still the primary place for video game purchases, and that's just not true anymore. That's just not true anymore. Okay. Let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get to the first main topic. We got Colonel Ruv with a 5. I only read the reports from the Tifa bot. I did not watch anything. She was clean-ish, but not from Levistro. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Mr. Melancholy with a 10. I could be wrong, but I think it had to do with Epic trying to circumvent paying Apple their fee on their store. It was. You're right. You're 100% right. Epic wanted to use their platform without paying them. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. That's exactly why it was. Demon Carol with a 5 says, speaking of sequels, Outpost Infinity Siege has a second game in the works. Shame they never finished the first one. Oh, nice. Interesting. And then we got Manny Peregrine for a 10. I can't wait for the coping when we see the real numbers for the Nintendo Switch 2. These fanboy shows are such NPCs. I got to be honest with you. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have insane numbers. Maybe not out the gate, but Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be just like Nintendo Switch 1, in my opinion. It's going to be the highest selling console. I don't know if it's going to beat the Switch 1. I think it'll beat the PS5 eventually, but I don't think it's going to beat the Switch 1, but I guess we'll see. We'll see, because don't underestimate these Nintendo fanboys, man. They love giving money to Nintendo. They got to pay for those lawyers somehow, some way. Let me check Rumble really quick. We got, let's see. Okay, so we got a $1 super chat from Gray the Merchant. Just bought Tactics Org Reborn for half off. Honestly, Xbox shot themselves in the foot adding De Novo. That itself is a kill shot. Expedition 33 succeeded because they have amazing content and no De Novo. I think that Expedition 33 succeeded for 3 main reasons. The first main reason is that, number one, the price point. Not only was the retail price $50, but in the first week of the game being out, they put it on sale for $45, which is even, I know it's only $5, but like that's a lot, man. That actually adds up. $45. And then on top of that, word of mouth was spreading like wildfire about Expedition 33. I mean, it was insane. Every YouTuber, every Twitter account, everywhere, every post they made was going viral. It was mind-blowing just how much people were talking about Expedition 33. So the word of mouth went crazy because you know that's true. Because if you look at the numbers on Steam, every weekend the game kept going higher and higher. Every weekend. Until eventually the third weekend when it kind of tapered off. But if you look, word of mouth was carrying this game where it had the first peak on the first weekend. And then, I mean, just look at this. And then eventually it tapered off. So every weekend, the numbers kept going higher and higher and higher until the eventual taper off as people started to beat the game. So it's pretty wild. What happened with Expedition 33 was pretty insane. And number 3, people had access to Game Pass. So a lot of people I noticed in the comments, they were saying on my videos about Expedition 33 that they tried the game on Game Pass and they liked it so much that they wanted to own it. So they either bought a physical edition or they bought it on Steam or whatever the case. They actually went and bought the game after trying it on Game Pass. So, I mean, honestly, there's a fourth reason too. The amount of content you have. It's 30 to 60 hours, depending on what you're doing in the game. Sometimes even more than that. 30 to 60 hours for $45 to $50. I mean, how could you say no? How could you say no? It's an insane value perspective, especially in today's modern day. It's something that you don't normally get very often. So, and then it happened twice because Oblivion Remastered came out. That's a game you could fucking live inside of for $50. So just think about that. Think about that. It's crazy, man. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's get into the first main topic of the night. And that has to do, oh man, with Randy Pitchford. So Randy Pitchford, ladies and gentlemen, my God, this guy put his foot in his mouth so damn hard, it's not even funny. Randy Pitchford thought it was in his best interest, which, by the way, tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, tomorrow's video is a deep dive into Borderlands history, Randy Pitchford's history, and just how often this guy has put his foot in his mouth when it comes to Borderlands and when it comes to just him in general. So we got a lot to talk about tomorrow with Randy Pitchford, but I'll do a little bit of it today. I'll cover this part today. So he said, when asked by a fan, let me see if this article has the screenshot. If not, I'll see if I can find it. It doesn't like it can find it because Insider Gaming doesn't like talking bad about too many executives. Let's see. Randy Pitchford. See if I can find it on... Here we go. So check this out. Fucking journalists are useless, man. I swear to God. So this person said the following, where he said, Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80 and feed this notion of constant increase of the price tag. You are the CEO. You have some say with the price when it comes to your publisher. Right? So I feel like that's, listen, could it have been unreasonable? Maybe, obviously, right? I think at this point, if you think the CEO is going to do a fucking thing when it comes to reducing the price of the game, I think you're a little bit crazy to even think the CEO gives a fuck, which is very clear in his response, which we're going to go over in a second. But Randy Pitchford is not going to give a single fuck about the price point of which his game is released at, because the higher the price of the game, he's thinking, ooh, more money. That's what he's thinking. But anyway, so I feel like it was a simple question. It didn't really need such a response. But Randy thought it was a great idea to respond in this way. So he says, A, it's not my call, which I feel like he should have just ended with. Like, your entire response should have just been, hey, it's not my call, but we hope you give it a chance anyway. That's it. That's it. That's all you had to say. But no, he just had to throw that B in there. So he says, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. Wow.
Holy shit.
So, number one, you asshole, there was nowhere near as many games back in that day as there is now. Number two, when you paid that $80, you got the entire experience without those little things that have been bumping your revenues called microtransactions, DLCs, all kinds of downloadable bullshit content that you definitely put into your Borderlands games nonstop. Number two. And number three, the cost of living and wages has not got up nowhere near the rise of inflation. It's not even close to matching. This fucking guy, bro. He's like, well, I paid $80 for Starflight for yeah, and you got the whole experience, bro. This is basically a multi-million-dollar CEO pulling a Pokemon, and they're like, well, if you're just a broke boy, just say so. Bro. Oh my God. Anyway, so the two main fuck-ups he did here was, number one, he questioned whether or not the person who was asking him this question was a real fan or not. So basically, he's saying if you're not a real fan unless you pay full price for the game. You're not a real fan unless you pay full price for the game. Unless you pay $80, you're not a real fan of Borderlands. Which I think is crazy because given how Borderlands is in such a bad place right now, ever since Borderlands 3, Tiny Tina's was awful. Not a lot of people like Tiny Tina's. That game had terrible reviews. It had its moments where it could have been good, but overall, it just got nuked off the face of the earth. And Borderlands 3 was garbage compared to the first two, so we're not even going to bother. This is such a disconnected response. The CEO of Borderlands is disconnected from the gamers that are buying his game. Shocker. I know. You guys are probably like, wow, shocker. Yeah, I know. A CEO that's disconnected from his customer base? Wow, no way. That's never happened before. And number two, to try to be such a smug and pretend that, oh, well, when I was working my minimum wage job, bro, you're a fucking CEO now. What is his net worth now? What is Randy Pitchford net worth? Let's see. It's not publicly available, but it's likely significant due to his role. All right, so it's not publicly available. But we're probably going to say it's definitely it's got to be over 100 million, I got to imagine, being the CEO for as long as he's been. The amount of money he's been making. What's his salary? Does anybody know? Let's see. Randy Pitchford. A former Gearbox lawyer alleged that Pitchford took a $12 million bonus in 2016. And that's just the bonus. A $12 million. Anyway, so yeah, he's definitely got over $100 million easily net worth, but whatever. So people very clearly did not like this response, okay? People were very angry at this response. They had their comments that they had to say. But the overall sentiment of these comments were, obviously, he's out of touch. This is not the first time he's been an asshole. And it's not going to be the last time he's going to be an asshole, right? I feel like it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear that Randy Pitchford has a certain way with words because he's gotten in trouble many times before for what he has said. This guy says the death of the AAA industry is going to feel amazing as a consumer. I think we are at a point now where indie and AA is shining so much right now that AAA is suffering because of it. They're suffering because of themselves, but ultimately they're suffering because now competition has ramped up. It has become easier and easier for indie developers and AA developers to compete with AAA. As long as they're passionate, they have the right tools, and they have the right team, they have proven to be able to do it. Schedule 1 made more money than most AAA games have in the last couple of years, and it was made by mostly one guy. So you can have all these CEOs making millions of dollars. That's great. Fantastic. Have at it. But you guys are going to become a dying breed. It's only a matter of time. The amount of studios that are closing down, the amount of layoffs that are happening, the amount of pay cuts that are happening, and it's only really happening in the AAA scene. Sure, there's some AA studios that are closing, and there's some woke like indie studios that are closing because they ran out of government money, whatever. It's only a matter of time before we get to the point now where you guys are going to be damn near extinct at this point. These big corporations, these big studios, yeah, they're not really surviving very easily anymore. Randy Pitchford needs to take a pay cut. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. For some reason, I have a feeling that Randy Pitchford is the kind of guy that would rather everybody else either get laid off or take a pay cut before he does. So, in any case, he wants to be snarky and it's fine. That's his right. He doesn't have to say on the price. I'll buy the Ultimate Edition of Borderlands 4 in 2 years for like $20 because Borderlands 3 didn't take that long to go down in price. This is where most people's mindset are at. I feel like most people's mindset when it comes, I know that's what it was for me. I don't think I ever remember buying a Borderlands game at full price. They go on sale so fast and they go deep, like deep discounts. Let me look at Borderlands 3 on SteamDB. Hold on. Borderlands 3, SteamDB, the lowest recorded price. Bro, look at this. The lowest recorded price of Borderlands 3 was $6, bro. $6, bro. That's the lowest recorded price on SteamDB for Borderlands 3. Let me see what Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Let's see. Bro, this game got so nuked. Oh my god. Wow. Price history. This was $11.99. $11.99, right? Is the lowest recorded price. Borderlands 2. Let's see. $3. $3. 3 is the lowest recorded price for Borderlands 2. What about Borderlands? Let's see. Borderlands Game of the Year. $3. 3. So I could buy Borderlands 1, 2, and 3 for barely anything. For around $10. I could buy his first 3 games, not including Tiny Tina, for about $10. And you want me to spend $80 on the 4th installment? Why the fuck would I do that? Why would anybody do that? Seriously. Why would anybody do that? These games are going to go on sale at some point. Again, at some, it's going to happen. So, again, there is 0 point to buying Borderlands 4 at full price. Literally 0 point. These games were given away for free on Epic Games on top of that, too. Can I have what he is smoking? Oh, I don't think we can afford what he's smoking. Let's be real. He must be smoking that premium shit. We're talking top tier shit, right? I don't think we can afford it. I'm just being honest with you. So anyway, this is basically a disconnected CEO that has taken it upon himself to remind everybody just how disconnected CEOs are from the general public. That's really it. And I don't think anybody should be shocked at this, right? I see a lot of people going crazy over what he said, and I understand why they're doing that. But you really shouldn't be, because these people are absolute fucking psychos. They want you to bend over and buy their shit at maximum price. And when you look at them and say, so, hey, what value are you giving me for this extra $10? Like, what are you offering that's making this worth $80? Why is this game worth $80? And they're like, well, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to buy it. Otherwise, you're not a real fan. Bro, that's the equivalent of saying with Joe Biden that you're not black unless you vote for Joe Biden. A real black person would vote for Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so fucking ridiculous, bro. It's gaslighting. That's all it is gaslighting. Pitchford's comments claiming that if they were a real fan, they'd find a way to spend $80 on a new game was met with backlash from a number of people on social media. The price is not the issue. The issue is what our ownership looks like now compared to back in 1991, which is true. Keep in mind, guys. Back in 1991, you bought a game. That was it. You bought the entire game. Now you buy a game. You're lucky if it works. And if it does work, guess what? It has an extra mission that was taken out of the game, maybe even 5 missions that were taken out the game that you now have to pay money in order to get, or they're going to bundle it with a pre-package for a early access deluxe edition for an extra $20. That's what it is. Dude, you must be so out of touch with today's economy. It is over 4 times more difficult for a single person to make a living with the current cost of living. You think this guy gives a fuck about that? Do you think he honestly, do you think Randy Pitchford even remotely thinks about whether or not the people who are buying his game can survive or have, or can live or whatever? No, of course not. He only cares about you being a real fan and buying his game at $80. So again, keep in mind, this happened about a few days after a former executive over at, I think, PlayStation, Sony, whatever, basically said that you're a broke boy if you're not going to pay $80 for a video game and that you should get over it. So corporate AAA gaming is making their move, right? Nintendo started it. They opened the floodgates, and now everybody is making their move. And they're going to gaslight you, and they're going to try to make you feel bad for fighting back against $80 video games. They're going to gaslight you and try to tell you that you're not real fans unless you pay $80 for it. They're going to do everything they can because they are reliant on this. They know that this is the way to easier money. The less people fight back, the more people buy $80 games, the more money they make per sale. Exactly, Yoshida. Yeah, Yoshida said that. So this is where we're at. And you know what? This comment is actually correct. Thwarted Geek. Doom not selling well is a great sign that people ain't buying this shit. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You are onto something, my good man. Because again, Doom Eternal had a concurrent player base of 104,000. Doom the Dark Ages is barely over 30,000. That is 1/3 of what Eternal did. 1/3. Which is why they're doing the whole players engaged metric to not only make their shareholders feel better, but to try to convince you that the game is amazing and you're missing out on something by not spending $80, $70, whatever it is, on the game. Borderlands 4 is already cooked. I think Borderlands 4 was cooked even before this. I think all this is going to do is make it worse. I can only imagine how this is going to end up. This might be another Battlefield situation. It might be. If you don't like it, don't buy it kind of a situation. I think we might see people choosing not to buy it. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see. So in any case, that's just the coverage on Randy Pitchford. If anything else comes out, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But as of right now, that's all I got for Randy Pitchford. All right, let's close out with the main topic of the evening. Main topic of the evening. Boys, this is hilarious. So another game that was advertising with players engaged because it was such a success, clearly, and all the shills wanted you to know. Avowed, the game that the director and every developer on there said that they can't wait to support the game for years to come, including Carrie Patel. Well, apparently those years must have been rapid because it's over, right? The Avowed director has officially left Obsidian, and she left Obsidian for Netflix games. Now, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you in the comments. You're like, Hypnotic, bro, what the fuck is Netflix games? I don't know. I don't know. So I know that Netflix on their app, they apparently have video games on their app. Apparently. They have like mobile style video games on their app. But aside from that, what the fuck is Netflix games? I don't even know, bro. Okay. So my conspiracy as to what is going on here, and you can let me know if you agree or disagree, whatever, it's fine. My conspiracy is that Carrie Patel, as well as other people at Obsidian, but I think more so her, because obviously she's the lead, so she knows when something bad's coming. I think she knew for a while that the hammer was coming down. I think she knew for a while that, sure, the story that was out there, that Avowed was amazing. Avowed was the best game ever. You must buy it now. It's got over 1 million players engaged, right? I think she knew that something was coming. I think she knew the hammer was coming. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of months we find out that there are layoffs at Obsidian Entertainment. Genuinely, I really do. Keep in mind, she was newer to this. This was, I believe, one of her first games she directed. If I'm not mistaken, this was one of her first games she directed. I really think that she knew something was coming. I think she knew the hammer was coming at some point in time. So I think what she was doing was she was looking for another job after the game released, or maybe even before the game released. Ended up interviewing, got a job over at Netflix Games. And to be honest with you, this sounds like a really cushy job for a female director. Netflix loves their diversity, equity, and inclusion. Netflix will love the idea of hiring a female director for Netflix Games, which is a system that nobody fucking uses, right? Nobody that I know of uses Netflix Games. So it's something that has little expectations, let's just say, right? It's not like you're taking control of Game Pass and you're running the risk of running it into the ground. Like, no, you're working at Netflix Games. I don't think anybody's going to be holding you accountable very much. So this is a very cushy, very safe job for somebody like Carrie Patel, right? So it says Carrie Patel, the director behind Avowed, has left Obsidian Entertainment and Xbox Game Studios for a new opportunity at Netflix. In a post on LinkedIn, she confirmed the news herself, stating that she was joining Night School as a game director. What the fuck is Night School? Night School? Night School as a game director? Night School Studio? What the fuck is Night School Studio? Hold on. Hold on. Night School Studio is a game developer known for player-driven narratives that combine wonder, danger, and humor. In 2021, we joined Netflix. Our team is comprised of veterans from Telltale and Disney, working alongside bright new voices. We're building visionary words and pushing the boundaries of storytelling. Fucking Disney and Telltale. That makes a lot of sense.
Holy shit.
That makes a lot of sense. So they worked on After Party, Oxenfree, Next Stop Nowhere, and Oxenfree 2. What the founded by cousin Sean Cranko and Adam Hines. This is their timeline? I guess is their timeline. This all seems like very cozy video games. What the hell is Oxenfree? Why can't I see anything? Is there nothing there for Oxenfree? I don't know. I have no idea. In any case, yeah, big red flag. Let's continue the article. Let's continue the article. So she's working for Night School Studios. Okay, whatever. As a game director. Patel leaves Obsidian after 12 years. So again, keep in mind, guys, she's been working there for 12 years. You really telling me right now that suddenly she became unhappy and wanted to leave? After 12 years of being at Obsidian Entertainment? I highly doubt that. In addition to working as a game director, she was a narrative co-lead and senior narrative designer. Night School is a studio known for Oxenfree and Oxenfree 2. It's currently unknown what new game Patel will be working on, as the studio hasn't made any public announcement about future game plans. They reached out to Night School for comment and plans for the studio, but have not gotten a response yet. So what do we think is going to happen with Outer Worlds 2? To my knowledge, she was not the director for Outer Worlds 2. She was not the director for Outer Worlds 2, to my knowledge. So I don't really think it's going to affect this game too much, unless, keep in mind, unless we find out There are other layoffs that are happening at this studio, and we just don't know about it yet, right? Because, again, she might have quit because she saw the writing on the wall and she decided to leave Obsidian Entertainment, which for all intents and purposes has a much bigger name in the gaming industry than Netflix fucking games. She left Obsidian that works for Xbox, one of the biggest companies in gaming, and she left that company for Night School Studios. Nobody would leave working Xbox. Like, nobody would leave working Xbox and Obsidian to go work at Night School unless they had to. That was not a move out of choice. That was a move out of force. She had to leave. That is a major downgrade. Major downgrade. Even though Obsidian released the garbage Avowed, at the end of the day, that is still a downgrade. I would rather work on Avowed than work on fucking Netflix, whatever. She just wanted to be cozy, maybe. I don't know. Something big's about to happen. That's what I'm genuinely feeling. I'm feeling like something is going to happen here. I don't know what. She was already kicked out. Maybe, Daniel. Maybe, but I don't know. I can't believe you never played Oxenfree. No, I never played fucking Oxenfree. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah, Daniel, I gotta imagine she was probably fired, kicked out, or whatever the case would be, and this is just her trying to land somewhere. She landed the first place that she can land a secure job that was paying her something similar to what she was making at Xbox and Obsidian. That's what I'm thinking. This is a good point, Nacho. I forgot about this. Hold on. Nacho was right. Wait. Nacho's right. Microsoft just laid off almost 7,000 people recently. And they never said where exactly they laid off the 7,000 people. They just said it was all over the company. Nacho's got a point. Maybe out of those 7,000 people, they're laying off some people at Obsidian Entertainment. Maybe. That's an idea. I don't know. I just find this all to be very interesting. It's very interesting to me. So this is a pretty fun end to the saga. Hold on. She didn't have a statement about her time at Xbox. She got fired. That's a good point. That is a good point, Adam. Again, kind of like what happened with Alyssa Mercante, where she said initially that she left of her own accord from Kotaku, and then come to find out she was basically pushed out of the company. It's like being fired without being fired kind of a thing. I think that's what happened here. I think it's very similar. I think what happened here is they basically told her, listen, Microsoft is coming down on us. You're probably going to end up being one of the people that gets let go. At this point, I think it's pretty safe if you start looking for a job. Somebody probably tipped her off. I gotta imagine. And now she works for Netflix. So pension, maybe forced to resign. That's what I'm thinking. Because nobody, listen, they don't exactly. Old Man Cad. Oh my God, yes. Old Man Cad. Same thing happened to the director of Veilguard. Yes. Corin Bush was the same exact thing. Corin Bush landed at some fucking random studio, Skull Key or Skeleton Key Studios, whatever it's called, and left BioWare and EA, a much bigger name, better for your overall career, and he left that company to go work at Skeleton Key. And it's because he had no choice. It was either you go find another job and you say you left, or we fire your ass and you're going to have to tell people you got fired. But they're not going to want to fire these people. They don't like firing women. They don't like firing trans people. They don't like that to be known. They like to keep it very hush-hush, especially now more than ever that the gaming industry is constantly under eyes. They don't want to give YouTubers like myself the ammo to make a video about layoffs, which is why they constantly, in the layoffs, they constantly talk about how they got severance packages and they're being helped to find other jobs. They try to minimize the overall conversation and the effect of basically them saying, hey, people are getting fired left and right. They're a protected class. Exactly. Protected class. she failed her way up. Adam, honestly, bro, I don't think she failed her way up. I think she failed her way down, to be fair. Or at least she failed her way to consistency, because her moving from Xbox Studios and Obsidian Entertainment to Netflix Games, that is a big downgrade. That's a massive downgrade. In overall status in the gaming industry and just where you're working, it's a massive downgrade. So I feel like she didn't really fail her way upwards. Failing her way upwards would be going from Xbox and Obsidian to like Bethesda and Elder Scrolls, right? To go for the, like, if you went to the bigger game. That would be more like failing upwards. Exactly. This is like failed horizontal. It's like she's rolling on the floor right now, just going horizontal. She's not going downhill and she's not going uphill. She's just staying flat. Oh, to be fair, maybe she did go a little bit downhill. I don't know. Depends on her position. I mean, she went from director to director. So she's director no matter what. So she didn't fail up and she didn't fail down. She just failed horizontal, basically. So in any case, this is an interesting way to end the saga of Avowed. And like I said, when I played Avowed, I did play Avowed. I did review Avowed, and I gave it an objective chance. And there were some things in the game in Avowed that I thoroughly enjoyed. I was very honest with it. But a lot of it, and the bad parts about it were really bad. Really bad. The dialogue was atrocious. Don't even get me started on the voice acting. I don't even want to. The combat was baby's first RPG. But the exploration was fantastic. The world started to look really good, especially towards the midway of the game and the end. But aside from that, the bads were just way too bad. Way too bad. It was baby's first RPG. It really was. Avowed was baby's first RPG. If you've never played an RPG before, and perhaps you're a little bit of a wokey woke, and you are looking for something that's going to hold your hand, that's what Avowed is. Avowed's going to hold your hand. I went through the entire game using the same 3 skills, which weren't even skills. I would press and hold the attack button to do a power attack, which will build up a stun. And I had my maces, which allowed me to stun super fast. So I would charge attack, charge attack, charge attack, and then do an ultimate stab, and then repeat the same process over and over and over again. And that's basically it. I think we might be overthinking the situation, in my opinion. I don't think so. Not for this one. Not for this one. And the only reason why I say that, Ray, is because I know the history of Carrie Patel in Obsidian. This woman loved working at Obsidian. She loved working at Xbox. If you watch any of the videos where she's talking about it, her face lights up when she talks about working for Obsidian for as long as she has. So for her to leave Obsidian to go for Netflix, which is a company that is doing practically fuck all in gaming, and giving up that position, I can't see her giving that up willingly. That's just me personally. I can't see her giving that up willingly. I can only see her giving that up if she's forced to give it up. That's how I'm taking it. So maybe I am overthinking it, perhaps, but that's how I'm looking at the situation, knowing her history with Obsidian. You know what I mean? So, but anything's possible. But I will say it's an interesting end to the saga that is Avowed. It's an interesting end. So now it makes you wonder, this game is supposed to be supported for years to come. What about the team that's working on it? Who's going to take over for game director at Avowed? I wonder who's going to... God, don't even tell me it's going to be the art director. I'm going to drink some water. Hold on. Can you imagine if it's the art director, Matt Hansen? Now that would be failing upwards. If Matt Hansen became the director, oh my God, dude, that would be failing upwards. Jay Viper says, I bet it will be, bro. Oh man. Oh man. Yes, isn't that crazy? Call me Matt Hansen. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It might be him. That would be hilarious. It really would be. If anybody needs to be... I know. That would be failing upwards if he became the director of the game. Think of the content. Oh, I have the video already planned. If it ever happens. I have the video. Oh, man. He'll talk all the time. It'll be amazing. Yeah, you're right. It's good for us. It's good for us, for sure. Tainted Grail is what Avowed should have been, in my opinion. You know what? Fair. fair. But to also be fair, I didn't really get any vibes of anything like Avowed related when looking at Tainted Grail. I just think Tainted Grail looks like a darker Oblivion, more so like a Dark Souls Oblivion. I honestly can't wait to try it. I'm very curious about it. You would have a lot of ammo, bro. It would be insane. It would be insane. All right, let's end it there. But yes, it's gonna be a wild time. And at this point, like I said, I think she was forced out, but I could be wrong. Of course, I could be wrong. So, all right, let's end it there. We're gonna catch up on super chats right now. Let's see what you guys are saying, and we will go from there. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Bitchford ain't worth the money that he's paid. Well, I mean, to be fair, is any CEO worth the money that they're paid? Usually, probably not. Probably not. Tech Viper. Wait. So we got J Viper and we got Tech Viper. That's a lot of Vipers. He says Starflight for the Sega was a cartridge, which was more cost. It's not only that either. People tend to forget that the reason why these games were so expensive back in the day was, number one, obviously the process of making them was expensive from a physical standpoint. Number two, distribution was a lot harder back then. They didn't have the methods of Amazon or anything of the like in order to distribute their games. The amount of sales that these developers were going to get per game was a lot lower than it is today because there was no digital distribution. There was only physical. So you had to make every single copy count, and everything had to be worth it in that one copy. So, of course, these games are going to be more expensive back then. But with easier distribution and the rise of digital distribution, games went down in price. Games went down in price. And now they're trying to go back up in price. And here's the beautiful thing. So they didn't want to raise the price. Initially, when it was at $60, they wanted to keep it at $60, and they did for a long time. So what ended up happening was now you have microtransactions, DLCs. Once the internet came around, that was their way of making money without raising the price on the game. It also allowed them to patch the game. So that way they started to become lazier and lazier and lazier because they adopted the mindset of we'll just fix it later. So all of these things kind of went hand in hand, but now they're going back to, well, we need to raise the price of games because we're just spending too much money. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? If the studios are spending too much money, if your budgets are too high, if you have too many employees that aren't doing a fucking thing for you, whose fault is that? It's not the gamer's fault. But you're trying to charge us to make up for your bad business decisions. That's not our fault. You guys are managing your studios terribly, and you're trying to pass off the cost to us. But in any case, UF Omega for a 2. Randy Pitchford pitches tense for that D. It's pretty gay. Raptor Kratos with a 2. 1 word, 4 letters. Yeet. Son the Lich with an ARS 100, $80 for full cartridge versus 80 Dora for digital license plus Denuvo, or easy anti-cheat plus license revoked for calling a retard, and that broke some nebulous EULA terms. It's all nonsense, bro. All of it. David Elias with a 2. It's going to have jank, said Patel. LOL Netflix. Yes. Yes, Carrie Patel was the one that said that gamers should be okay with a little bit of jank in their video games. Yes. She said that gamers should be okay with the game essentially being a little broken. It's amazing, actually. David Elias with a 2. The old guard of the Malaise era has a FAFO finally. Facts. They have fucked around and found out. David Elias with a 2. 2025 is Christmas every damn day. God is real, yo. Facts. And then we got Chicken Senpai BB with a $9.99 super sticker. Shout out to Chicken Senpai BB. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Let's go to Rumble. Let's see. We got Adam Juman for $1. The creative Dilbert will be dead by this summer. He has the same cancer as Biden, and it's in his bone. He said he has accepted it and loves all the support he has received. Damn. It's fucking terrible. Cancer sucks dick. Adair Soto with $1. Do you know what's sad about this? He's actually right. People will buy the game for $80 for the fans. People are stupid. But the real question, will this get their money sales back? That's the real question. You know, people say that the fans are stupid, the shills are... I get why people say that. But as this continues to happen, there are more and more people that might have thought that way at one point that are now waking up to this fact and are slowly but surely walking away. And when they walk away, they usually walk away quietly. They don't normally walk away loudly. They walk away quietly. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care. I'll just play something else. I'll buy the game when it's $3 on Steam, you know? So don't be surprised if there's a lot of people walking away quietly, which is what ends up happening with a game like Doom that Eternal hit 100,000 plus, and now Dark Ages hit 30,000 because, again, Game Pass is a thing now, and people don't want to spend $70 on the fucking game that is a 15-hour campaign. Anti-Federalist Pain with a 5. AAA has been soaking themselves in gasoline while playing with matches and calling gamers arsonists for years. Let them burn themselves down. I'll short them all and make money on their fall. Shout out to Anti-Federalist Pain. Good stuff, my friend. I appreciate you. Okay, we are fully caught up everywhere. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for the insane support. Let's get into the waifu battle. Let's have some fun, and let's close it out because your boy's got to edit his video for tomorrow because I didn't get to do it earlier today. So let's fucking go. All right, boys, waifu battle's here. Now, if you guys are unaware, maybe you missed yesterday's waifu battle, but we had a major upset. We had some of the most insane chair shots that we have seen in a very, very long time, where Biot-Wolf and Blackguard did the fusion dance together to summon an entity powerful enough to defeat Crimson Jet's champion, known as Silvaria. And that resulted in Angel from King of Fighters to be crowned champion. So let's go over the rules of the waifu battle before we bring out the challenger. What a crazy fucking waifu battle. Rule number 1, all super chats in the waifu battle will count for a particular waifu, but the only way it's going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put it first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, it will not count. Does not matter how big it is. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. What up, Damajanai? You can vote for the champion, who is Angel, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? I know we don't. It's fine. All right, guys, listen. Today's waifu, it's a little bit of an interesting one. A little bit different. Just a little bit different, right? Was recommended on Discord like they all are because, I mean, of course, right? Of course they are. And I wonder if she's going to be able to go up against Angel. But I guess time is going to tell. So let's bring her out. And let's see. And yes, it is another, however you want to call it, silver, ashen-haired. Who really knows? That's right. We got a gilf. We got a gilf, ladies and gentlemen. We got a GILF. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Angel is going to be none other than the one and the only Freya from Danmachi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be the Gilf Freya, or is it going to be the champion Angel? And both of them have gray hair. I don't know what it is with gray hair lately. First Silvaria and now this. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to find out. Let's put the names on the bottom for you guys to decide. There you go. Damn, man, you didn't even wait. You didn't even wait. This guy just went like to the moon. To the moon, bro. Beautiful Zexel. For $15 says Angel is here to stay no matter what, bro. This man didn't even wait, bro. He just went instant goon. He's like, yep, nope. Instant goon. Damn. Mr. Melancholy with a 2 says Freya, hell yeah. All right, so we got some Freya love going on right now. Karnak says silver hair is an eye catcher. Maybe. Maybe. That's a great pick. Thank you. I didn't pick it. Discord picked it. It seemed I would wonder if this Silvaria fans are going to get revenge for what happened on Angel. I guess we'll find out. Mass Hysteria says Gilf. It is a Gilf. It is a major Gilf. I want a real gold with some wrinkles and hips. Is that what you want? I haven't watched anime in months. Damn. Has Hestia been in the waifu battle? I don't remember, Dikachu. I want to say no. But I honestly don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's records out there of the waifu battle. I think Blackguard has like an entire record. We got Demogeny. For a 2 says Freya. Isn't she from Pickup Girls in Dungeon? She's from Danmachi. We got ADH Depth. Best Gilf. T-Jab says Hestia is not listed in any of my records as having been in the waifu battle. There you go. You got the answer, Dikachu. You got the... oh, no.
Holy shit.
Oh, no. Crimson Jet. Voting for the challenger. The revenge for what happened to Silvaria has begun. Crimson Jet with $100 Red Boy Mega Banger says Freya, let the battle begin. Oh, man. Hypno's Cat with a 10. Freya, my goddess of love. That's insanity. Caesar says, I'm betting you're here, BioT Wolf. Bro, these guys are constantly fighting. Mr. Melancholy is cheering on Crimson Jet. Yeah, I called it. He called it. All right, I had cut off the song early before, so I'm going to cut it off now. This is about the length of the song normally. So we're going to take Freya off the screen, and we are going to bring out none other, and maybe it'll make her, maybe people will vote for her with this picture. I guess we'll find out. Angel is back on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going. Let me fix it. Hold on. There we go. I had to reset it. Okay. Who is going to win? Angel or Freya? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Let's figure it out. Deadeye's Lock, it's so funny. Deadeye's Lock in the chat, he said, be careful. Crimson Jet might clap back after yesterday. I think Crimson Jet has scared people, which is crazy because, again, people have beaten Crimson Jet more than once before. At least that's what I remember. Crimson Jet has become a powerful entity in the waifu battle. Or just in general. Just in general. By the way, guys, really quick, for anybody listening, if there's anybody who is not subscribed to my manga channel, consider subscribing to Hypnotic Manga if you enjoy manga in any way, because we are 20 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. If there's anybody in here that is not subscribed to Hypnotic Manga, I just linked the channel in the chat box right now. Consider subscribing to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're already subbed, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Or if you're not interested, don't worry about it. But I would appreciate if you could help me get to 10,000. I would like to celebrate that later tonight. But if I can't, I understand. If I can't, I understand. We still have a waifu battle going on anyway. I just decided to drop it right now. Crimson Jet says, yes, they have. I've lost to Biot Wolf and others. See, so Crimson has admitted that he lost. But people have been defeated by Crimson Jet. It's unfortunate. Nobody is voting for Angel. It looks like she's just gonna go the way of the dodo bird. We are 2 subs away. Tiger King says we are sub begging now. Oh, I didn't know it was begging to recommend my channel that I almost never advertise on my main channel. I didn't know that was begging. But if that's begging, yes. Yes, we are sub begging now. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Shout out to Miss Sparkles. We need one more subscriber. We did it, boys. 10,001 subscribers on the manga channel. That is fucking nuts. That is insane. We'll celebrate after. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's insane, man. Wow. My second channel with over 10,000 subscribers. That is just unfucking believable, man. Just talking about books. That's it. All right, boys. Let's see who's going to win this waifu battle. Maybe people are waiting for the chair shot. I really don't know. Crimson Jet, I think, made everybody run away. But that's okay. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The last super chat that's going to count is Black Tailgate for a 10 saying Angel because I respect that picture. Damn, bro. Angel got absolutely crushed. Crushed. It was not even close. People got demoralized by Crimson Jet. Crimson Jet just made everybody stop. That's wild. All right, boys. Mods, count it up and let's figure out just how bad that destruction was, man. Wow, Angel. One-time hitter, huh? One-time hitter. Unbelievable. Feed the ducks. Let's go. We got Black Tailgate for that 10. Thank you so much. Chicken Senpai BB became a member. Thank you, Chicken Senpai. I appreciate you. Secret Final Boss, a member for 10 months, says Freya. Shout out to you. Miss Sparkles says she subbed. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Sparkles. And let's see. Did I miss anything else? Jeremy Stafford for 189, which counted, says Angel for pity. Yeah, I don't think it's going to help. But I appreciate it regardless. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Not even on Rumble, bro. People just ran away on Rumble. Hold on. I didn't even get time to do the fucking belt, bro. Hold on. Wait, you're so fast. It's because nobody really joined in. That's why. Hold on. Wait. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I got to put the belt on her. Let me do that really quick. Jeez, man. I haven't seen a stomping like this in a while. It was, and the crazy thing is that she could have been beaten pretty easily. What are you talking about? Like a $70 difference? Bro, Angel could have easily caught up, but people got demoralized. It's okay. All right, we're putting the belt on her because we got a brand new champion as expected. I didn't think Angel was going to go past more than one day. I think Angel was the martyr just to defeat Crimson Jet. I think that's basically what it was. How can I do this? Let's see. How does this look good? This looks good like this. We'll go like that. Perfect. All right, guys. In the waifu battle, we got Freya at $114 flat against Angel with $26.99, which means the winner and new waifu battle champion is none other than Freya, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Wreck, bro. Let's do it one more time, boys. One more time. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we got some people coping and seething in the chat right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Freya's going to go backstage where she will face off against a brand new waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. Otherwise, you're going to be highly upset. All right, boys, listen. I think we're fully caught up on everything. I want to give Crimson Jet his Red Boy clip because this man dropped the Red Boy banger during the waifu battle. Shout out to Crimson Chet. Thank you so much for that Red Boy mega banger that scared the shit out of everybody. I appreciate you. And then Gray the Merchant for $1 says, just came back from work. Another champion down? Wait, to Freya. Hypno, that is no gilf. That is a goddess. The hell? Crimson just felt it, everyone. Balance maintained. Going to eat meat with the wife. Bro, Gray the Merchant's super chats are all over the place all the time. All the time, bro. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to all of you that joined in during the waifu battle. All right, we are fully caught up everywhere. Really quick, thank you guys so much for helping. And I know that I don't advertise this channel very much on this channel. The reason why is because they are two separate algorithms, right? Like here we talk about gaming, movies, and whatnot. Over there we talk about books, manga, anime. So I keep them separate because I want them to grow organically on their own usually. And you know, with very little crossover, we managed to get over 10,000 subscribers today on the manga channel, which is just, it's huge, man. It's huge. You guys don't understand. Like, I try my best to be consistent on that channel. I've released a video every day. I know they're shorts, but people enjoy them. You know, we're averaging 700,000 views every 28 days. It's almost at 1 million. I never thought this channel would get anywhere near this. But to be honest with you, I've been looking at the manga channel and I've been really thinking to myself, this could be a really big channel. The manga channel could be a really huge channel. It really, really can. It's only a matter of time because the growth that this channel is experiencing is insane. So thank you guys so much. I genuinely appreciate it. And shout out to everybody that helped me get over the 10,000 subscriber mark. That means a lot to me. This is the second channel that we've gotten past this milestone, with this one obviously being the first. And Hypnotic Live is soon to follow. That channel is almost at 9,000 subs. So we'll pass 10,000 on that channel this year as well. And that's just epic. I'm going to make a 10,000 video. I'm going to make a 10,000 subscriber video on Hypnotic Manga soon. So thank you guys again for that. I appreciate it. T-Jap says, for 26 months of legendary status, it's over 10,000. Shout out to you, bro. T-Jap, the ultimate accountant for the Bigot Army. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being such a supporter for such a long time, man. I really, really appreciate it. All right, boys. We're going to raid someone. I'll just find someone to raid. No worries. Thank you guys for liking the stream, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting. I appreciate you. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you. Special shout out to Sonia, who just got monetization officially. Congratulations to Sonia for having a monetized YouTube channel. Go out there, kill it, make a lot of money, meet a lot of friends, get a lot of views. I wish you nothing but success. I really do. Eric Jenkins for 189, late and drunk. What I miss? Gay. Absolutely gay. All right, guys, we're out of here. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, go be bigots, and especially go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.